introduce the implementation today. Okay, so we just show us some abstract information on how this design pattern should be. Okay, normally they are using the class diagram to show it. Okay, and next, okay, support videos. I just want to really mention. Okay, they also provide a common vocabulary for the group of software designers to understand, okay, to communicate, okay, on how the software interaction is, how the objects or the classes interact, how the object is being created, how the object or the classes is being formed in the structure. Okay, so properties pattern description usually make use of object-oriented characteristic. Okay, so normally design pattern is referring to when we try to implement object-oriented program system. Okay, so we may make use of the design, but bear in mind that not necessarily everything we are relying on the design. Understand? Sometimes any design put inside in our system, there is some drawback. So why? Because our software is becoming difficult to now, continue. Design pattern. Design pattern actually, we cannot just draw a diagram to show the design pattern. We need to have certain documentation or record, okay, to describe the design pattern. So therefore, mouse here. Again, another one here. I'm getting bigger. Okay. So 1 to 10 also cannot. The Canon is in battery now, it's not a very good one. Okay. So now come back to here. Okay. When we want to refer to a pattern, we need to refer to the elements of the design pattern. So what are the elements to describe the design pattern? First one is the design name, the pattern name. Okay, the pattern name, okay, showing that, okay, which is a meaningful name. When we read the name roughly, we have some very conceptual idea what actually this pattern is referring to. Okay, problem and acceptability is that this pattern is intended for what kind of problem. Okay, and what is the what is the situation that is applicable due to this problem. Okay? So, and then contain a list of 3 conditions before you apply. When you check and apply this design pattern or you follow this design pattern, you check whether the design pattern description there is there any preconditions listed. Understand? Okay? And continue. Definitely have the solution. Describe how the design should look like for a particular problem. Okay? So the element that makes up the design, what are the responsibilities, relationships, and the collaborations among them. Does not describe specific concrete implementation. Okay? Abstract description of the design problem, now and problem solving. So therefore, design pattern is also more to describe the solution or pattern in the abstract and the consequences. So when you want to apply the design pattern, sometimes we may need to refer to the constraint of our solution first. Okay, constraint, maybe certain constraint that we may not be able to apply, not so suitable to apply such design pattern. Okay, the cost of applying the design. Okay, so why we need to consider this one? Because maybe this one happens, okay, maybe to provide So these are some of the impacts when we apply design patterns. When we use, when are we going to apply design pattern? When one thing is when the solution the problem is a recurring problem. Okay, now in first project you do what we call sales forecast. What I say lah. Okay, goods ordering. Second project, drinks ordering. Okay, so maybe you can consider certain part is similar one, then you can reduce back the pattern. Okay, so the solution that requires some step. Okay, but however, not all the problem require every single step. Okay, that on the previous project. Therefore, you can use the pattern. However, as I said just now, you will not every time use pattern, use pattern, must use pattern. No, that is not. I say must use 1%. If too many patterns you apply, as I said, your system become very complex and difficult to maintain sometimes. Unless you are very good at designing and very good. So, solution where the solution is now. Maybe those solution the developer is more interesting on the solution rather than the complete implementation of the software. Okay? So these are some factors that when you need to consider is suitable to apply design pattern. Benefit, definitely save the method law. Okay, and then this design pattern is the work of from others expert. Okay, he consists of the expert knowledge from others professional developer. Okay, so it can be reused, improve communications. Okay, the pattern names form a common vocab so that everyone agree. Let's say for example, prototype pattern. We know that it's prototype pattern. Then we know this is software. Okay, pattern help is the transition to old technology. Yes, because most of the transition pattern is intended for old design. Drawback. Pattern does not show the implementation of code. Okay, or is to reuse. Patterns are abstract, so therefore it's simply simple. Sometimes you need to figure out, when I want to implement how to do it. Okay, certain more detailed things you still need to do by yourself. Team may suffer for pattern overload. Patterns are validated by experience but not by testing. Understand? Okay? Because pattern is experience of previous project or previous people. Okay? It's validated by experience. Integrating pattern is a human intensive activity. Okay, so therefore you may need to have more people, or either those people will involve, they may have a very intensively go and work and understand the pattern and how to integrate, how to implement, so on and so on. Okay. Type of design pattern, 3 categories or 3 types: creational, structural, and what we call behavioral. Creational pattern is referred those patterns which is intended on guiding us how are we going to create instance of object. Okay. Structural is how are we going to use the pattern, based on the pattern to build a structural object. Okay. So classes of object. Behavioral is to recognize the way how the object is communicating. Okay? So, these are the examples of all these patterns fall under each category. But we are going to discuss this pattern one by one. This is the type of pattern shown in the hierarchical format. Okay, you can see that the first here, the upper class here. Okay. This one is more on the class. This one is more on the object. Okay, this is the third system. And okay, so if I ask here, sir, to memorize this one before under this one, memorize this one before under this one, memorize. I think better to memorize. How to memorize? You need to be familiar. Understand? Memorize give you more confidence. Okay? But however, you need to be familiar, not memorize. Okay? So continue. Then we start with creation pattern. What is where is this one or this one? Where is it? Okay, and then Emma also not here, right? Darren not here, Taya not here. Creational pattern is regarding on this pattern is helping us provide a pattern for us on how are we going to create instance object. As I said just now, when we create an instance object in OOP, it's not as simple as just class A equals to B class A. It's definitely for a single program. That's n. If you're going to use object oriented to deal with it, then it's actually not as simple. So used in a situation when basic form of object creation could be result in design problem or increase the complexity of the code. Okay, so when we think that we use a common way to create an object is lead to a very serious problem or certain problem that becomes, let's say, could become very complex or whatever, then it will be considered under the creational method. Okay, so the creating object in particular behaviors require more than one simply instantiating task. So this is what I'm trying to help you, okay? And give you a lot of flexibility in what gets created, who is created, and how it is created, and when it's going to be created. Okay? So this is the best way of using the creation method. These are the creation methods here. 5 creation methods we are going to discuss today. Are you ready? Okay, so start with which one first? Singleton first. I like to start with singleton. Why? Singleton is the most easier to understand. You must have singleton when you read the the design method name singleton. Single means one. Okay? So means that when using this pattern is applied when we are going to create an object which only has one instant. The only instant in the system. Okay? This object is the only instant in the system. Okay? Can anyone give an example in what situation this object is the only one instant in the system? You cannot have two instances of this type of object. Yes, tell me. Okay. And then solution. In what situation when you go programming, use case real life now, okay?
formation code. Formation code for banking that one. The code 6-digit number.
That one is more than one instance, right? If you use different instance code, you get me? Okay, so yes, anyone? So what is any idea on any example, okay? Any example, okay, that where there is only one instance exists? One instance. We create class, then we can create many instances from the class, right? Okay. Is there any situation where this class, okay, only can create one instance from this class? You can have more than one instance. Let's say your like your in your school, there is only one let's say for example in the school, okay, what are the things is only in the school? Students or many students, okay, principal. Maybe we can say, okay, we can only one principal. Okay, so maybe in your house, okay, you are sharing the message line, the message or the stream, okay. So even though everyone will use different mobile, but there is only one line. Am I right? One instance of this. So in this case, when you want to represent this scenario in here, okay, in here, then we can have create one instance. Okay? We can have create one instance. Okay? So how is this signature look like? Go to the one, okay? So signature pattern is one of the simplest design pattern. It is involve only one class. Okay? This class is going to instance state itself. Make sure it's create not more than one instance. Okay? So normally this instance is provide global access to all the necessary element in the program. Okay? So design purpose actually when we only make sure that this instance can only be the only one that we use the singleton method. This is the class diagram for singleton method. Instance singleton. Then how are we going to ensure this singleton is only one? Because in here the class search instance state itself. Okay? This is instance state itself. Okay? Pick the singleton as private. See that? Instance itself and then make the singleton constructed as a private. Okay? This outside cannot ask you to create what we call other instance for the same system. So this is the singleton. And then for come to next factory pattern. For example, the example of singleton logger class. Okay? So whenever in the system, whenever you access okay, there is only one logger class. Okay, to keep track of your activity and login okay. So maybe only a system there should be only one Windows manager or a file or only a file system or only a base to the Windows. Okay, when we install Windows, either we install in the what is the partition format of Windows? you tried install Windows before? When you want to install the Windows in the hard disk or SSD, you need to format one. So what kind of format? I don't think it's 32-bit now. Maybe 32-bit. NTFS, I see.
64-bit.
64-bit. Okay, NTFS, NTFS is called the network file system. Oh no, NT file system. Okay, NT file system, NTFS, NT file system. Okay, so a lot of times not into computer assembly into NTFS. Okay, NT file system. Okay, not no longer the 32-bit now we got used to 32-bit. Okay, common 64-bit. Okay, now so these are some of the examples. Come to this one. Factory method. Okay? Factory method. Actually, I guess all of you, when you study OOG, when you practice the class assembly instance, actually you have already practiced factory method. Factory method, okay, method allow us to, how to say, to create instance of object. Understand? It allows us to create the instance of object. So we can create various types of object, okay, by hierarchy, okay, or by inheriting the base class of creation. Okay, let's say I have a class. Let's say I have a class to create something, maybe create, okay, let's say, create, you need to find good things. Maybe like this, logistic. I think I'll have an example from the side. Okay, create logistic. Okay, so if you have, let's say, previously the logistic, okay, is transferred by or transferred by the bus. Okay, then now they want to add T, okay, using A, okay, aeroplane, or using the C. Then how are you going to use? Then in this case, you may insert this one, not insert, inherit. Okay, maybe create. Just now is create. What is the general name for those vehicles run on the road? What is the general name for those vehicles run on the road? Simple, lorry is also. Okay. So then, in this case, create. Now I want to be A logistic. Okay, use the aeroplane, helicopter. Okay, maybe you have aeroplane to carry or to deliver the item. So in this case, so this factory method allows us to, okay, create a logistic way where, okay, when I inherit, we know that when we come to the subclasses here, okay, then we can have their own way to create their desired product or own way to decide to create the things. Right? So this is a factory method. And how are we going to relate to the product? Okay, maybe we can have, let's say for example, interface of the, let's say, I want to have a car. Okay, and maybe this is transport, sorry, because very small. Transport here, and then, okay, we can realize, I use dotted line, we can realize, okay, and then this one is car transport, and then this one is air transport. Okay, maybe it's a plan, whatever lah. Okay, this is the product and this is the factory method. Okay, understand? Okay, so maybe if you want more easy to understand, then this one maybe I just put car, this one I just put let's say jet lah. Jet is a plan, okay? So maybe this one is a transport interface now. Okay. Type of transport lah. Okay, interface lah. Okay, interface. Understand? Okay. So in this case, when we want to create a custom parameter, okay, we call either one of the subclasses here, method, then each classes that we have the own way to instance. Understand? Okay, and then depends on what kind of product you want to create. Okay, see that? Understand? This is the factory class. So, and what else? And use factory method when the base class object is required, but the subclass to which it belongs to not known until runtime. Yeah, we have a required base class. Okay, when we run it, we do not know what kind of transport we are going to create. Understand? So when we run, okay, then we do not want to have a car. Understand? So this is the purpose of using factory method. Okay. This is the example of diagram, class diagram to show the factory method. See that? Okay. So factory, concrete factory, okay, concrete product, and interface. You can see the product here. The given is an interface. It's an interface. Very nice. Okay. And this one factory, okay, create concrete factory. This is the inheritance. Okay. Okay, different type of object. Okay, similar. Now, what if you are going to create different kinds of family product? Family product, understand? Okay, not like just create this product and create this product. You're going to create different kind of family product. Let's say, for example, car, also for Asian car, Europe car, US car, whatever car, understand? So in this case, how are you going to do this? Means that you can consider that, there are many factories, right, isn't it? Okay, so you put the factory, and then you need to add additional class so that it becomes a abstract factory class. Okay, abstract factory actually somehow like a combination of different factory class one. So I show you what is the factory class. So you can see that based on this diagram here. Abstract factory class. Abstract factory class. Okay. So you put in abstract factory, and then this is the concrete factory 1, concrete factory 2, and 3, and so on. Then you relate to different products. This factory is to create this product. This factory is to create this product. Okay. So this is abstract factory class. It allows us to create a family of products. Okay. And sometimes when we want to create a product, okay, then may require many steps. Just now I mentioned, okay, if I'm going to create an aeroplane. Aeroplane is a combination of objects, right? We have the engine, thruster, wings, seat, control panel, okay, or maybe the walkway, okay, or the wheel, okay, or maybe the dashboard, okay, the toilet, the storeroom, this is all objects, right? Okay, because we cannot just everything combine into one aeroplane class. Okay, so there are many classes there. So in order to create this aeroplane object, then definitely we are not just simply for new aeroplane, new toilet, new this, new that. then when you initialization, setting of assign of value, whatever things, right? So in this case, it becomes very complex. So how are we going to deal with this kind of object creation? We may consider builder, okay? Builders. So builder, this is the explanation now. I already explained it. Okay, so you can see that this is a builder method. This is a builder. Okay, look at the class diagram here. So we implement a builder class method here. Okay, in which they will call out all the necessary steps. You understand? Therefore, everything you the step is mentioned here. Understand? Rather than you put your coding distributed, just simply put inside the coding. Understand? So this is a builder class. Okay, and sometimes we may create object more than one object which is almost similar one. Let's say I create an object, vehicle object, and then this vehicle object, the states and the property may have a very minor difference. Okay, very minor difference. So instead of keep on, okay, bye-bye, see you. You'll be back soon. Okay. Yeah, so we'll sit up. Okay. So, okay, then, this is not what I see. Okay, until, let's say, for example, we're going to create more than one instance of object. Okay, so maybe keep on creating or sometimes we create. Okay, but this object, then we have a very slight, small difference. Okay, maybe in terms of the state of the object or the instance the difference is very minor one. So in this case, instead of we are going to use back all these things to create again, we can clone the object. We can clone the object. How are we going to clone the object? Rather than we spend a lot of time to create again a new instance, we can clone the object faster. Okay, so in this case, we may make use of the prototype method. Okay, we may make use of the prototype method. Prototype. Create a set of almost identical objects. Okay, so let's say for example, we are going to create 10 objects at once. All the objects is almost similar. Are you going to keep on repeating? Maybe you can consider using the prototype method where it allows help us to clone the object. Okay? So the advantage is have minimal instant creation process. You need to go through again the creation process. Okay? So to minimize the creation process. So this is the class diagram. Class. So this is more detail on the prototype. You can see that. Okay, we have the prototype factory. Okay, then we have all these objects here. Almost the name is the same. Show, movie, and double, almost the same thing. So we can make use of this prototype pattern to clone it. Okay. So now, I understand that most of you, just now what I say, is actually the description of the method. Understand? I did not discuss on the implementation. Understand? Okay? So, if you are very interested in this thing, okay, if you want to look on the implementation, I have one source for you. Few years ago until now, I very highly recommended one. Okay, so This website, why I so like this website, because it provides the coding. It provides the coding. Understand? So if you are interested in this pattern, this kind of pattern, you can go here and understand. Okay? But however, in your exam, okay, what you need to know is okay, the characteristics and the usage and the description of this pattern is sufficient to understand. Because this is software design, it's not software coding. Understand? Okay? So just get me out. Okay. Any question? Any question? So therefore, we cover our creational pattern. We cover our creational pattern. Okay? What is the time? 3, 5, 7, then you take 5 minutes break. Then we continue with a few patterns of structure. I'm not going to cover every pattern. Okay. So after that, let's see. Okay. So we take 5 minutes break. Okay. Then we come back for a few patterns. Because you have mentioned that the services is a self-container one. So it's better to have these services use one class, use this class. If there is a needs for other classes, then you need to think
how the card is going to connect or share.
But so is it because last time I asked if WhatsApp is each member take few sub service, right? Because to the one major service is not enough for one member. So how also like just就那时候我是发问说那一个讲说我们的 sub， 我们原本不是问说那个 use case 是 best of 几个这样子去画，然后老师不讲说可以 sub service 上 service。
In this case, do you have sub service? No.
Our group one is
Maybe you, I guess like this, better don't use the word sub-service because very confusing sometimes. You just use microservice, okay, each service, you treat it as each stand-alone service you do.
Because our group is separate
Which one? With the
Google Docs.
this one.
So because our group is after that it changed to like this because like maybe order services and then got the order management, order tracking, discount and promotions.
These are the function.
This is not sub service. It's function.
What do you mean by order
This is the
management?
microservice.
Order management here is
Maybe manage the order
CIUD.
like that.
Then okay. Then this is one service. One service.
So this one,
Order services.
the member must do the class diagram for all this, cover all the classes inside.
The use case is also all this.
Use case is just one
One for the whole thing.
one for the whole thing. You put a pattern name. Okay. Yeah. Sales system. Why put sales system?
Because the
Got inventory.
what's this one?
Sales and inventory.
Yeah. This one online sales and inventory.
Okay, then you go back to your order services. Sales beside order still got what? Delivery. Delivery is another service.
Delivery is not inventory.
Inventory is the
Got
Sales, you can put under inventory also boleh lah. You see? Can logistic ma. Okay? But I guess that can also. Okay. So order management add. Normally we won't have one service just to add if you want, but however I feel that it's too simple already. For one service just to perform the add delete something. Okay. Order tracking one service. Discussion and promotion. What is this?
Discounts and promotion. Maybe
Forum.
Maybe like
This is the forum or what? The discount and promotion. Any function inside?
is to allow the sales team more, and because what some for the order management, maybe for order the manage
give
the
like percentage, discount.
item and the discount is
Okay.
about
so
the
you
price.
think of this, what I'm trying to say. You can make it as a 3 services, but for what I understand from what you've written here, you can see that okay, you can make definitely you can make is a 3 services, but the point is
But all this is under order service.
can you put under this one simple service? But I guess that the function here won't be so huge. Understand? You can put under one service.
No, actually all this is one service.
Under the order
Order
service.
service.
Yeah.
We
And
just
then this
explain.
discount and promotion. You see, this one is belongs to the marketing or belongs to the sales. You need to be very careful. Sales and marketing is different one. And, promotion, all these things supposed to be marketing. If you just allow them to key in how many percent discount, then you better don't use to do this one. You understand? Okay. So you need to be careful of it. This is marketing or sales. And then for this order tracking, maybe you can have two services, but these two services, from my understanding, you should share on one database, right? But not necessarily database, maybe a table or something like that. Are you going to have a data sharing among these two services?
If want to manage the order, also need to track for the order.
So in this case, because I see that the functionality here, the function here won't be so big, so I guess better to group into one.
Or just become order service.
Order service.
Because all this we like that is also for the order service only.
Order service.
But
One service consists of this thing, and then you plot the graph diagram, the necessary database. Sometimes, just now, at the beginning of the class, I mentioned one service may have one database, but not necessarily very huge database. It's just the data is sufficient for the service to manage and to use the output, isn't it? So, however, in certain cases, sharing of data may assist one. Sometimes cannot be avoided one. So therefore, you need to be very careful when you decide a service. Some is by according to this one functions grouped by business domain. Okay, some is maybe that in certain part they may need to consider how your database should be. Yes,
So because just now maybe got like this can do for the order, but like maybe this one the payment only the payment processing like this only. Is it can combine with others or
product service is what?
Product.
Customer service, customer management, CIUD, user authentication, customer support interface.
For the customer support one, maybe the customer got problem can ask for help.
Or like this. Then it depends. Either you want to separate into two, you can separate. If you ask me, separate into three. Why customer service user authentication is under customer service?
No, wait. Customer service means not customer service, just the name of the service. It's actually the customer module.
But why user authentication is under customer? User can be
account management for the customer.
I don't think it should be here.
Need to become another one account service.
Another service.
Yeah.
So therefore, the challenge is how are you going to decide what services is assisted? There is no rules one in the concept. So it depends on how. For me, you can group according to the functionality for a service. But however, it cannot be too small. It cannot be too big. Why it cannot be too small? Because no point why you create so many services there, right? Okay, it cannot be too big. Why too big? Because sometimes it's maybe difficult to maintain. Understand? Okay, then you need to consider this thing. So for this one, customer management CIUD, okay, support. This interface, support interface here, okay, maybe how this tool is communicate, how you can consider how this tool service is communicate. Can it be a direct interface connected, or can it be do they need any API? Do they need any agent or whatever? Okay, then you need to consider.
Like maybe this tool for maybe customer management and authentication, it maybe is considered for the admin side, and this one is for the customer side, right? Because it's maybe the admin or the company can manage all of this. But customer support maybe is more to the customer to use for the help.
But this one inventory and sales system, the customer is who? Means the employee or?
No sure.
Just
So, customer.
so wholesale company, right?
Oh.
So I guess customer service, then you just put this one first lah. Okay? I think you better remove this one lah. Means separate this one lah. User authentication and authorization. Yeah. Okay? Separate one is one services. This one is another service. Maybe actually I also understand this one in support interface actually is for the two service communicate one. Alright. Then if communicate, do you really need this one?
Maybe.
Because for what I understand there is this here you are listing the functionality okay, so maybe you can avoid this one because by providing maybe API is already considered. Maybe you can have, if you want to resume this one, you can add another service at this one, and then whenever they want to connect, then you want to communicate with the order, this one connect to here, this one then lead to the order, sales and what okay. So payment, one service, product service, one service, okay. So what is this one? Notification. Inventory service, stock management, product catalog management, supplier, inventory tracking and reporting. Okay, 4 services here lah. Because if you combine, I feel that is too huge already. Alright, okay, better.
Separate to four different services.
Maybe 2 lah. Product and ini join together, and ini 2 join together lah. I don't know. These 2 join together, inventory tracking and reporting. Means that this one no reporting.
Yeah. It's separate. Or just make it reporting. This one take out.
These 2 join together lah. This one, and then inventory tracking and reporting. Is it many things to do for inventory tracking?
Just track.
Check the stock level,
Track the stock.
then report to the sales.
Maybe every day track. Every day check.
Can also not if you want to separate as a reporting service. Okay. So stock management. But I feel very doesn't matter lah. It depends on how it is. Okay. So stock management, reporting. Is it reporting is going to put here?
Can combine.
Combine also.
Also boleh lah. But I don't know if how big is your stock management. If it just in terms of CIUD, okay, is it consists of the logistic part? I think logistic part should be another one.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
The warehouse maybe for the logistic.
Yeah.
Warehouse management. We manage for the logistic and so delivery out.
Not inventory.
Yeah, it's all under.
Inventory is a stock, right? This is stock management services.
We think that warehouse is maybe to stock the store. To store the stock. But the inventory is
Okay. Warehouse management, finance management service, order fulfillment service, return management service. Okay.
But so the financial management come under here, or is it towards the sales team?
Financial management here service.
For inventory, do they have?
Inventory valuation. How are you going to inventory valuation means calculate the value of your stock
But is it finance?
It depends. It depends. You can have as doesn't matter ma. This is my course. This is services ma. Then it's stand alone ma. Alright. Then it's another story already. If you want to group under the finance, or either put inside the inventory.
So we also feel confused for the maybe the use case one and also the cost diagram. Is it like maybe Samyuktha she take the maybe the inventory management service and she roll the use case for this one use case only and the cost diagram she
Maybe you can
Less.
draw one use case for all lah. Better.
Oh, okay.
one use case for all.
For this system.
Old system, old system.
You see then from the use case then okay maybe you based on the use case lah. Also boleh lah.
Or only one use case for whole assignment.
All the thing lah.
Only one.
One use case for all. For a whole system.
So combine with
And the
inventory and
bubbles
sales.
in
Combine inventory and sales.
Yeah, combine lah. Can lah. Combine lah. But if you that the diagram is too big maybe you separate out lah.
maybe
I
service
think
sales
one
and
also can
inventory.
lah. It's up to you lah. Yeah. Just because of just the representation only.
But the maybe the barber just like maybe the managed
The
warehouse
barber you can according to the service lor.
this one or
the other way around lor. The other way around.
this one
This one same one ma, right? Isn't it? So it depends on which word you want to use only ma. Get me Actor who is the actor?
Do we use the actor mention inside?
Actually, for this one, can we just like overall just like the staff software, or we need to like specify financial staff?
Maybe
Because
warehouse
overall
manager.
We can just make a general actor like the staff can do these things. Because if we make it very specific, it's kind of
Then it's up to you.
up. So it can lah. Won't be that one. I know it's logical.
So only one use case whole thing and one class.
Huh?
But we need to
Class
separate.
diagram I want you to separate is because somehow it's easier for you to create the consider the data.
Separate
We need to
each
confirm
service
the
one class.
design pattern.
Each member draw one.
You can follow the design pattern.
Also
Refer to the microservices design pattern, not this design pattern.
Oh, no,
Here
no.
it's not stated here. Go and find for microservices design pattern.
but
Some of them is showing the database
understand.
design pattern. Some of them is showing the composition by business domain. Also boleh one.
就是你的 class 来跟画
No,
在
no,
best
this is not.
microservice 的
is
design
not
pattern，
here.
就上网找可能
就好像
No,
这
this one
一
is
个
not
个
in here.
一个 class like
Yeah.
是
This is microservices. Yeah. Use the
这
microservices.
是一个
different.
microservice
Use the
这
microservices
个是一
design
个
pattern.
microservice，所以这个一个 class like 一个人 class like。
I'm
all
also
is
not
together
actually
one class.
想要讲
detail this
So then this
design
one-
一样普通
detail.
话一个就好。
I
So you need to
choose
set
this one,
out
then I do one for this.
architecture first.
I thought you guys only three
No, that's the
microservices.
one I want to ask. So like this one, they separate a lot of services. Then each person take 3, no need, or just do one.
Each person do one, you know lah. Why you do three?
Because the
because
one
not
is
enough.
too small.
Too small.
Can
one
combine or
only-
just find.
What is microservices?
Because you say that you
Oh,
don't need to.
microservices.
You say mention that cannot
Not too
be.
big, not too small.
No, but if we pick something like this, then the.
You see, this one will be too small. I don't think it's too small lah.
Not too small.
Warehouse management. Allow staff to physically location manage. There is a lot of things to manage one. If you that many just CRUD maybe the warehouse here you can see whether can join others or not. Return services.
So
This
maybe
one.
too small or too or enough.
I don't think it's too small sometimes.
this
This
one?
is for our imagination is too small lah. However, in real life, this type of management is really not that small one.
So if like
It's really not
for
that
a
small one.
microservice we just list out the CRUD, and then we
Not
just
necessary CIUD one management. So you need to consider on what kind of other functions should stay inside.
So the delivery or shipping that kind of stuff under warehouse management, or is it like
Or depend on
we can do anything.
Which one?
Like shipping, delivery,
Uh-huh.
like the logistics stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it under warehouse management or
Actually, this warehouse management is for you to manage the warehouse,
not the
manage the
product?
storeroom, manage the storeroom, the location only. And then logistics should be
Another service.
another
Service.
service lah. Yeah.
Sir, is it one member, one service enough?
Yes.
So
The,
if
the core service, the core services.
so if we got the more, we just take out only.
The extra one no need lah, just
Take out.
so
Take
can
out
you
lah.
define
But because six
what is
people-
too small?
Ah,
How it
because
really
we
enough?
got
too small is, let's say for example, you want to have just a service to create CIUD, then it's too small already. Then you should have additional function there. Understand? Okay? It cannot be too over big, means that it cover everything in one services. Sometimes you need to consider on how the data is being designed. Understand?
So
Okay.
it's called very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good also now.
Very hard leh.
There is no fixed answer one for this thing.
Who created this?
so
Yeah. There is no fixed answer one. This one you need to practice and practice.
So we only got 7 weeks.
It's like that one, ma. Yeah, design is like that one.
Project.
There is no one shot that must be like this, must be like that one. Yeah. You need to take in consideration on many factors. Yeah. That's why this assignment is asking you to think and think. Yeah.
So the use case if we want to draw one only lah, the bubbles we use the functional decomposition can
Which one?
based on the functional
Oh, this services.
the use case all
Use
service.
case no, you based on the service. Because you already got the service already ma. Actually supposed to be that one first lah. So management you should draw order management lah. Easier ma. Then one services lah.
Oh, so
For
maybe
you lah, I
the
mean for your case lah.
sales system and then
Ah.
order management,
Ah,
customer management,
ah.
one.
Manage customer, manage order.
Then the
Work first lah,
manage,
work first.
manage customer inside, then just extend out.
Don't put extend,
Oh, no need
add, delete that one. Because use case is never to show functional decomposition. Understand?
So not
Okay, it shows the use cases, what you can do using the system.
like maybe sales system we only 3 service, so 3 bubbles.
Okay, lama lor.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Why want to make it so difficult there?
oh, one use case.
Yeah, because you already got already ma. Yeah.
So after the big one, don't need the small one, only the
Small one mean.
maybe more detailed one use case for each service. Need
Function of each service.
Like inside after the inventory management service, we pick out the one and then more bubbles for all this, each of these.
Oh, so you see this one is a service. Maybe you can just remove this one lah. So let's say you have a managed stock, manage product catalog, manage supplier, track inventory.
Oh,
So we need to have a big use case diagram for our sales
The whole system lah.
the whole system. Then after that we need to draw more details use case.
No need.
Then inside the use case, do we have to include the function this service have, or we need to include
Which one?
the big use case?
You need to include the function.
Do we need to include this or
It's written on your use case, right? Use case description.
so this one is description, this one is the use case. Okay.
Actually, you from your use case description, you roughly can group already. You can group already, okay, which one should be inside one services.
So we sales and inventory system roll in one use case if enough lah. Or needs a bit better.
Stock, manage stock lah. Manage stock one use case. Just now I say what lah? You can, this one group together ma, right? Isn't it? Manage stock, okay, this is one use case. Manage supplier, one use case. Okay, inventory tracking and reporting, one use case. Like
One use case
One bubble.
one bubble
You need to draft out first. Draft out first, look at the things, and then you feel that if the functions is too much already, then you can consider split, or maybe you can consider join. Difference. And then this is one of the consideration. Another consideration is how the data is being designed. You get me?
Yes.
Try to not have too many sharing of data, by many services, because you are increasing the coupling.
So
Where
reduce the coupling.
Microservices is loose coupling. Yeah, try to reduce. Sometimes coupling we cannot avoid, but just try to reduce the coupling.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
就是我们画一个大 use case 然后就 base 那些 survey 让它画出来，但我们可以从那边可以看到会不会多余，会不会太少了我们再改。所以是，然后有一个大的 use case 就不是很多吧，他讲我们在什么 service， 可能就知道，好像这个地方可以这样，可以这样写，我们才来看，那我们这些我们会有一个方向。用这一 use case 的时候，
This assignment is to have for you experience on considering when you design what kind of consideration you need to take in consideration. Understand? Okay? They wouldn't have a fixed answer unless you apply the pattern. You can apply pattern. Not design pattern first. Architectural, microservices, architectural patterns. Go for Google, Google the architectural pattern. Okay, there are a few. One of them is decomposed by the domain. One of them is using the SDA method. One of them is the database. Understand? Okay, so you can consider, okay, identify the patterns or can you apply one of the patterns. Okay, continue. Okay, continue. Structural patterns. Another classification of structural patterns. Concerned with how classes and objects are composed together to form a larger structure at the runtime. So this is structural pattern. Okay? So structural class pattern use inheritance to compose. However, structural object pattern describe the way to compose object to realize the functionality. Why is it like that? These two sentences, the second and the third sentence actually is referring to this diagram here. What I'm trying to say in this diagram. Structural class patterns, structural object pattern. Understand? Okay? So therefore, they have actually this class and object here. So therefore, become a software architect is not simple one. You need to have experience. You need to have well-versed on all these things. Okay? So therefore, software architect, the pay is very high. Understand? Okay, so okay, now continue. These are the example of patterns fall under this classification. Adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, facade, flywheel, and proxy. Okay, we are going to start with one first. According to the notice, the adapter is one of the test. Okay, what is it by adapter? Yes. and 微距. Okay. So yes, what is adapter method? So yes, because sometimes I ask you to answer because I don't want to have a sort of phobia on my voice. When you listen to listening for SDA, so I know phobia, but I don't know. Okay, another pattern is when this pattern is applied when your object or class actually object is if need to have connect to different interface. Okay, let's say for example, we are going to create a system, a software, okay, for the let's say I have a handphone, okay, I have a handphone. My handphone has a charger, right? Okay, my charger is 3-pin one. See, no, 2-pin. My charger is 2-pin, okay, 2-pin one. But however, when I go out country, let's say I go to Korea, maybe I go to Europe or go to US, okay, my adapter may not be suitable. Understand? Maybe it's because the 2-pin or 3-pin, or maybe it's because of the voltage and something else. Understand? So in this case, if I want to charge, then the interface is not compatible. Understand? Interface is not compatible. Then in this case, we need something like, okay, universal adapter, okay, so that my handphone charger can connect to the universal adapter. Then this universal adapter can connect to the plug, okay, the switch on the Europe country. Similar concept. So sometimes we may need to our classes or diagram or object may need to connect to different type of interfaces. Okay, so therefore it's not so possible that we try to consider all type of interface designing our class. So therefore we need an adapter class. We need an adapter class so that it allows us to connect to different type of interface. Understand? So this is the purpose of adapter pattern. Now, look at this one. This is the target. Okay, the target want to enter the target, and then the adapter class is here, and then this is the adaptee. Understand? We go through some sort of adapter class. Okay, so that both can connect and function. Okay, so this is the adapter class pattern. Look at this one. I have a account, express account, standard account, and continuous account. Okay, when we could access, definitely is different interface now. So in this case, I have an account adapter, so that it can act as some sort of like a middleman or middle interface okay, for the classes to connect or to access to all these different accounts with different interface. Okay, so this is the adapter pattern. Okay, now decorator is almost similar to adapter pattern, but however, decorator, the main purpose is if I have a base class, I want to use this example. I use for this let's say for example, we go to McDonald's. Okay, have you bought McDonald's ice cream before? Yes. Okay, then you go to McDonald's, you come after the staff ask you, you may ask, for ice cream, right? So when you asking for 2 ice cream, they just give you the white ice cream plain one, right? Isn't it? So after that, they will ask you, do you want topping? What topping? Okay, chocolate chip, Oreo, sugar, the sweet, the sugar, or maybe other type of topping. Okay, so same thing. Okay, when we want to use the program, create system to represent this scenario for the ice cream. So for the decorator, they must exist a base class first. This base class is the ice cream, the one, okay, nothing much. And then when you want to add more function in there in the base class, okay, so when you create instance based on the base class, but however this instance has more functions, then you can make use of this decorator. Okay, so this is the purpose of having decorator. Can see that? This is a class diagram interface. I have a basic class, basic car for let's say 4-wheel, okay, some very basic lah, okay, and then like our Asia, you know, last few months they come up with a lot of Asia car with a very basic configuration one, about that only 22,000, right? Okay, so that one is a very basic. You can treat this one okay as a base car class. So when you want to buy, I want to buy premium version of the Asia class. Then in the factory, okay, then come out and add okay, car decorator, okay, luxury car, sports car. Then they add additional functions or additional property or decoration to this base class. Understand? So when we meet this kind of situation during the okay, then we may apply the decorator system. Understand? Okay, we must have a base class, and then on the base class, and then maybe we could add additional functions. Okay, maybe we could have a luxury car rather than a sport car or a sport car. Okay, rather than a basic car. So in this case, we can use a decorator pattern and create those intended car. Okay, by adding more functions. Understand? Okay, so this is the purpose of the decorator pattern. Okay, now. So another one. You can see that another function, another example, same thing, row, simple row, only have 4 more. Okay, paint with white color, nothing. Then if you want the room decorate any color or curtain, okay, then I have another two decorator class. One is to decorate the color, one is to decorate the curtain. Okay, so this is a decorator curtain. Flyweight. This one, this pattern, the main point actually when we apply it, when we creating object, okay, sometimes when we create too many objects, like we are going to for a game system, game software. So let's say we play Dota, okay, or we play Dota, okay, we play Dota, okay. So we play any game so we come up with this. So then this is a very good game. Okay. So then we have many character one, okay, soldier for example, soldier, okay. So in this case, so when you follow the normal way to create, so sometimes it may cause the consumption of memory, very high consumption of memory. Okay. So therefore, in this case, to reduce the consumption of memory, okay, maybe we can consider using the flyweight. Okay, maybe we can consider using the flyweight. Okay, so that is a very good example here. I need to show you the website now. Okay, so maybe you can go to the website. It has a note on it. Okay, when you go back, it's a very good process. Structural flyweight. Okay, this is a very good example. Okay, you please have a read of this one for the flyweight. And this is the structure. First shot means First shot means that if I have a system, okay, inside my system there are many subsystems. Okay, many subsystems. And then in order for me to directly connect to those subsystems and look for the functions to call the classes within the subsystem to perform the work, definitely I can do like this. Am I right? But however, it becomes very complex. Am I right? So imagine a large system, I need to consider this, go into the subsystem and look for particular class and connect to particular functions or object and do this. But however, this is very complex and not so effective on doing this. Then come to this first chart, you provide to simplify, okay, the connection to a very complex system. Okay, so that the client just connect to the first class, okay, which provide a more simplified interfaces. Okay, and then this first is going to direct the request to the what we call the intended system function. But it's not a middleman. It's just a pattern that provides simplify the access of complex interface. Okay, so this is the first chart. Okay. Remember our practical tutorial, the first practical tutorial is a homework. Okay, regarding the principle of design principle of OOP. Have you heard of that? The solid principle. The solid principle. Have you heard of solid principle during the study of OOP? Okay, so do I need to cover the solid principle? 15 minutes. I think 10 okay, just for you this idea. Solid principle. Okay. What is means by solid principle? Solid principle, okay, have a very brief introduction introduced by Robert J. Markey in 2000 in his paper. Okay, this Robert J. Markey is a very famous scientist. Okay, so and then however after introducing the paper, then Michael Feders is introduced first in the design. Okay, so the purpose is to create understandable, readable, testable code that many developers can collaboratively work on. Understand? Okay? So this is intended, this solid principle is intended for O1. Okay? For OO. OO means object oriented. Okay? So these are the solid principles. Consists of 5 principles. Single responsibility, open, discourse substitution, interface segregation, dependency, inversion. Okay? So hopefully you understand solid, it will more helping you to create a more quality coding and design, okay, when you are using OOP service. Okay, solid principle. First, single responsibility. O stands for what? Open and close. Open for extension, close for modification. Third, L is discount distribution substitution. Interface segregation, dependency inversion. Okay? So let's have a look on this one. What is single responsibility? Each class only has one responsibility. When you create a class, this class only has one role. If your class is let's say a car class or a book class, this class will consist on all the property regarding the book and the method that the book will do. Understand? Okay? If you say that, okay, I want to create a method, okay, that I want to print out console or print out the inside the book class, you may have another class called the book printer, something like that. Understand? Okay. So one class, one responsibility. Understand? Why? Easy for you to maintain. Okay. Allow better testing, low coupling, and optimization. Okay. First principle. Second principle, SO1. Open for expansion, close for modification. Means that when you create a class, this class should be to allow adding more functionality. This functionality should be related one, understand? It's not like another one, understand? Okay? So when you add the functionality, it would affect the change of the existing code of the class. Okay? And then modification and then existing code. Try not to, when you design system, okay, try not to go and amend the coding unless your class coding got bugs. Now that is another case. Otherwise, don't try not close for modification. Understand? Okay. Let's say you have a book. Just now you said the book, and then you need to have maybe some sort of the book with a very beautiful cover or something. Okay. So maybe it's a method. Maybe you can consider to put in another class rather than put inside the book. Understand? Because the book is a general, because the cover may be different one. You get it? Okay. So and the last this one. Very easy to understand, but very difficult to track. Okay, it's called substitution. Let's say you have a class. This class is inherited from this class, right? So this class should be able to replace this one, but it's not means that necessary to replace one. As we understand when class A and class B is inherited from class A and class B, we assume that class B will inherit all the property, attribute, and functions from class A, right? Isn't it? So when we use the class B, then we should perform the same thing. Understand? For class A. Let's say, for example, if another example is if this one is a rectangle class, okay, and then I have a square class which is inherited from the rectangle class. But the problem is square class. There is a rule that square must be all the edges must be the same one, am I right? Rectangle not necessary, So I inherit the rectangle class, the square class from the rectangle class. Then if I'm going to show the accept the input, rectangle can have different edges, am I right? So there may be a problem here. Understand? Okay. So you need to see how are you going to deal with the data. Understand? Somehow you may need to restructure the data model or whatever. Okay. Then the next one, interface segregation. Now, I see that some of the students they like to have one interface class, put all the function topic there. Understand? Interface actually is a class with all those method implementation, right? So sometimes certain interface class, not all the interfaces is suitable for certain class to implement. So if the interface class is too big, then you may consider to separate out into different interface classes. Understand? Because maybe this interface class got 20 methods, okay, but only maybe two of the method is used by one class, and then another 2 of the method is used by another class. Then and then another one is used by one only. You get it? So in this case, we consider are you going to separate out one PC? This nothing. You don't need to have. Okay, so maybe relationship. You get it? Understand? So and the last one, dependency inversion. This this one, most students make a mistake. Should depend in either interface and abstract classes, not on concrete class and function. Let's say, for example, I have a class here. Okay. I have a class here. Let's say I have a class A, for example Java, okay, and then constructor who have here. Okay, class A, right? Isn't it? Constructor is like that one, okay. So maybe in here, okay, class B, class B equals to new class B. Okay, and then this B is a concrete class. You know what is a concrete class or? Okay, it's a concrete class. Then if you go like this, using the new one, okay, in the constructor, in this case, you are getting a very tight couple between these two classes. You understand? Okay, getting a very tight coupling between these two classes. So in this case, how are you going to solve it? Modify the code, okay, so that this one is becoming, okay, instead of becoming classes, okay, so you are referring to an interface vector. Understand? Referring to an interface vector rather than have this kind of coding. Because like this kind of coding, this class you have a type couple with this class already. Okay, this is a concrete class. Understand? If in this case you may have to change the code so that it is this one and this thing is from the is referred to the interface or to the different class. In this case, it's vector. Understand? How to do it? Okay, how to do it is different one. Okay, I guess when you practice OOP, some most of the students they like to use this one. Okay, because our OOP reusable man, am I right? And how is reusable? If you have very tight coupling, how are you doing? You understand? So, okay, try to develop on this case. So these are the 5 principles, what we call solid principles in OO. Okay, in OO. Anyone has put this one already? In your tutorial, first class of tutorial is not computer. That is a homework there. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so these are the solid principles for OO. So hopefully, when you understand this principle, it will help you more in designing until the coding of your system. Get me? Okay. So any questions? Solid principles are very famous in OO. Okay. Okay. So any questions? 2 questions. Please make sure you sign your attendance. 140254. Okay. You can access to our Wi-Fi. Here only one Wi-Fi. Okay. In this area, I think in the block A or another Wi-Fi. Okay. So yes. Okay. Any questions on class? So therefore, when you want to apply, or even though you want to type, use certain languages, let's say for example, you are using Java, or maybe you are using other languages. Okay, so different languages they may have different characteristics and strengths. Make use of the language strength. If you are using Java, procedural language like C, okay? C is procedural, C plus plus, C, okay? Then you can make use of the procedural stress, language stress, understand? Okay? So, but it's a very common whether you're using Java.net or either this other language, when you get the language, you just start putting things in, okay? Maybe it's not in the language, okay? So, try the best and do it this way, okay? Rather than just simply use the language and type, use the OO language to type as a procedural way, understand? Okay? So, we are not facilitating the strength of the language. Okay? So, any question, class? No questions, we can dismiss already. I think it's going to rain, okay? So, and it is now, question is at the class. Okay, 150254. 15024.